Hello everyone and welcome back to some more Stoneblock 2. And we're going to kick things off today by just kind of taking a gander at how much infinity fluid we have, which I don't know. It has been a hot second since we recorded one, and we now have 26,489 buckets. And remember that this is buckets, not millibuckets. So if you were to put this in millibuckets, you'd obviously just add in the extra 1,000 bits. In terms of like you would move the decimal point 3 times. You remember that math stuff? Yeah, the math things. But anyways, 26 million millibuckets, right? So pretty good. We're doing pretty well. We got ourselves a whole bunch of other things. I have done one adjustment to our overall operation here, and I haven't messed with the fluids yet because I don't know what situation that would be important. But you may notice that there's a couple less chests here. I did clean some of this up, but the big thing was that I realized that these storage buses are bi-directional. Now I can change it so it's not bi-directional. I can make it go input, output only or whatever. But this is really useful. This means that we can actually tell the ME system, hey buddy, I would like for you to store whatever you have into these as your primary storage area. Now we're gonna test a couple things here real quick. What? Okay. What happened? All right, so we're gonna test a couple things real fast. First off, let me show you this. So we have here an ME storage system. I'm just gonna dump the crystal chest. We have this ME storage system. It currently has 0 of any of these items used because it's not storing anything. Everything's being stored onto here. But we have a storage thing just in case. Now, that is all fine and dandy, but let's see here. So we have these 2 stacks of slime balls. If I store them into here, what I would like to see happen is that 21246 is gonna go to 47. I want this to go up by 2 when I deposit my 2 stacks of slime. So I would expect to see 49. I'm going to store them in, and just like that, it goes to 49. So it is using the storage into here. It's pretty cool. So now whenever I dump all of these things that were from chickens, right, originally from chickens, if I dump them all into here, it should result. Oh, I threw in something that didn't belong in there. What did I throw in that didn't belong? Oh, the cosmic meatballs. Yep, that's fine. But yeah, you can see here that absolutely nothing is taken up. Kind of neat. So that was kind of like a little thing that I discovered, and I was like, oh, I thought it was like just a one-way ticket thing. I didn't know storage buses worked both ways, but it does work in both directions, which is really helpful and really handy. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take this all, and we're just going to kind of watch as this all goes back into storage, and we're just going to dump all this stuff in, and then we're going to get cracking on. Now, as for what the goal is for today, we're going to be doing some gardening today. We're going to be doing a little bit of going down this whole route of Pam's Harvest Craft and whatever else. It is something of an annoyance that we have to constantly make things for that, and I don't want to have to keep on planting and then ripping things out and all that stuff. Like manual labor, it's so overrated, you know? I prefer just to have everything done for me. I mean, what do you think? Anything's going to get done if I have to do it myself? Pfft, please. We're just gonna live the life that we can by being, you know, proactively lazy. That's what I like to say. So we're gonna go ahead and move those into here. Awesome. Cool. And now with this, we're actually cleaning up the very last remnants of what we had here for the outside stuff, because that's how we cleaned up all. Ooh, and shocking, 14-month resub. This relationship is getting serious, Kappa. I agree. But yeah, we're well on our way. We are well on our way. And also, shocking, thank you very much for the 14-month resub. Pretty darn cool. But anyway, so yeah, cool stuff here. Kind of neat. I think it's very interesting and exciting. I'm hoping you guys feel the same way too. I don't know. This is kind of cool. This is kind of like a cool, neato thing to me, because it's just kind of a really neat situation. All right, anywho. Onwards. So this stuff aside, I haven't really messed with the priority on. Oh, priority. I don't even think I mentioned what priority was. So we have the bi-directional things. I also moved the priority on this to go higher. So you can see that right now it's set to 10. This is to make sure that we are encouraging the system to say, hey, if you see an item that matches this, bring it here first, and that's the hope. Now I'm gonna try something. I don't know how this will end, but you know, hopefully it ends well, not poorly, because you know, poorly is not what we would like to have happen here. Let's go with the sulfur, right? So I'm gonna say 266. I'm just gonna write that down real quick. I'm going to take out a whole bunch of sulfur, so there's no question about this. All right, so now we're down to 2, 4, 5. Okay, I'm going to throw this in, not into that ME system. I want to see what happens if I throw it into the mainline system. They are connected, so I'm not sure what will happen here. I don't know if it understands how to throw things backwards this way. So I'm kind of curious to see how this works, because my feeling is that it's going to get stuck inside of that ME system because it's currently being it has the interface storage bus system kind of facing the opposite ways, so I would imagine that it won't know what to do. So we're back to 268. So no, it worked perfectly fine. It spat it back into here. So that's awesome. So that means that if I take any items that I have extra, I can throw them into there and it'll automatically deposit them into these barrels if it has the ability to do so, which is really cool. All right, so we have that stuff going on, but that's not all there is to it, right? We have other things that we have to worry about. Actually, wait a second. What are you funneling into exactly? Oh, okay, that's what it was. Huh, okay, weird. I thought we didn't have, okay, I don't know. All right, so we have all these storage cells. I do need to clean this up as well at some point. Obviously, the big offenders here. We have some things for sand. We have some things for inferium essence. I think what I'm actually gonna do, this is gonna be kind of weird, but I'm gonna try this. I'm not sure how this will go because I haven't really played around with this kind of stuff before, but we're gonna try it. I'm gonna take this drive and we're gonna slap it into our other ME system, yeah? And then the idea behind this is that hopefully it starts like pulling out stuff from those drives, and we'll check on it later towards the end of the episode. I would imagine that this can work. I'm not 100% sure though. So we're gonna go ahead and just put this here. You are empty, so that's no use to me for you to be empty like that. Let's see, is it draining anything so far? Doesn't really look like it. Kind of looks like they're just happily sitting there, not really doing a whole lot of anything. Then maybe we'll have to make in one more drive just to make sure that there is going to be some overlap, because we obviously know that there's one thing that can go backwards, right, which would be the sand, because there is a sand chicken. The sand chicken for sure can accept other things. I'm not sure about everything else that's there, all there, but it should be okay. So let me just drop these into here. So that's definitely for sure not going to do anything. Well, it doesn't look like it's pulling anything out of the drives. So I might actually need to... I know one way we can do this, which is I think we can both do export import. There's also something that we did before which allowed us to switch. Remember we had that one, I forget what it's called. There's something in applied energistics which allows me to take the contents of a drive and switch it over. I can't remember what it's called though. Is it the cell? It might be the I/O port actually. I'm not quite sure. There is something here. There's something that allows me to switch over, like, hey, you belong here, or you belong over there. It's not a huge deal. It's not something I'm really too terribly worried about, but I was kind of curious to see if it would do anything. Because it does have a higher priority. So I was kind of thinking that maybe it would understand that if I just put it in there, that would go ahead and do that. It should, if I put this as an import-export thing, something as simple as that, it should move them over. But I don't believe that this will work. So I could just put these into the I/O port, and that would be the end of that. Maybe. I'll have to think about this. It doesn't seem to be doing anything at all, so I'm going to just rip these out. We're not going to leave these here, I don't think, because that seems to not be doing a whole lot of anything. That's kind of a bummer though. So if I put in a new input, it'll remember to be like, okay, I should move these over here. So I have to like refresh it. So I don't even know if I want to use an I/O port. I probably want to use, in all likelihood, what I probably want to do is use an import-export thing, so I can get them all to like properly work. That's my feeling, is that I'm going to need to do that, but we'll see. I would love to be wrong about that. but I feel like an IO port, it's just going to shift the drives around, and then it's just going to be like, great, it's on another drive that's going to be static, and it's not going to do much. So probably a little thing for the import-export bus. Maybe I can use like a weird storage bus solution. I don't know. I guess it wouldn't. Well, import-export probably will be or export-import, I guess would be the correct way. Anyways, enough blabbering on about that. Let's go ahead and start talking about what we're going to do for our crops. So the idea behind this, of course, is I don't have garden cloches learned? Question mark? Well, that simply won't do. Okay, we're gonna rip these out. I'm gonna take, I don't know, the dirt here. Yeah, sure, whatever. This will be a future Choco problem. All right, and I'll just dump that in there too. Why not? This system that we've meticulously kept for all this time, yeah, sure, I'll ruin it. It's fine. All right, we're gonna go ahead and learn garden cloches. Cool. This will save us a lot of annoyances because obviously with the garden cloches being able to be EMC'd, I'm not going to have to worry about doing any of those shenanigans involving all the other things that we normally have to worry about, which is kind of nice. All right, so what I would like to see here is, number one, I need to measure out this area, and I guess as a clarification, yes, I am doing this down here. This is going to be where we're going to be setting up our plants and stuff, so it should be pretty cool. Alrighty, so we got ourselves 48. Is 48 going to work? Ooh, 48 is... Would 48 work? Maybe? Yeah, okay, we'll just do a condensed version. That's all right. All right, so we're gonna do this then. So I am going to slap down. Oh, actually, I can't. We need to set up the other systems first, actually. At least I need to set up at least one system first, which is I'm gonna have to set up the sinks. So we're gonna get a whole bunch of sinks and we're gonna set those up. So the idea is that we're going to be doing what we did up here, right? So like these kinds of things, except instead of it being 4, we're just going to settle for 3, but the rest of everything else should be about the same. Now, of course, the big thing here is that we need to make sure that the sink is connecting to the garden cloches from the back. The front's going to be the output, so I need to make sure that's all open. But the bottom also is going to need to be elevated so I can put in the bone meal. So this is going to have to be something that we are going to be a little bit concerned about. But I suppose the very first order of business will be the sink, because the sinks will allow us to at least move everything else forward. Now, the way that we did this originally was we put in like a fluid transfer pipe, and then we put in a fluid transfer node, and then we put it in a transfer pipe. I am going to say that we are going to go ahead and do that again. I know that the Ender IO conduits are pretty cool, but I don't really feel like clicking on 1,000 things again, and the fluid transfer nodes work fine, so that's going to be that. If anyone has anything else they'd like to suggest to me, you're more than welcome to, but I think I'm going to just do this because I think this is easy and it's not as much of a headache, which is pretty cool. So let me see here. Lerp. Alright, so let me make a transfer pipe. And let's get these bad boys up in here. And that should be a pretty good place to go. And the point here is, the reason why we're doing all this is so we can plant a whole bunch of the mystical agriculture stuff as we need. But in addition to mystical agriculture, we're also going to have the inherent benefit, hopefully, of also getting ourselves... Oh dear, I'm going to totally screw this up at some point. I'm going to be very sad. All right, but we're also going to get ourselves the Pam's Harvest Craft and mystical agriculture stuff up at the same time. That's like the real benefit here, is that just by setting up these cloches, I'm not going to have these like really sketchy cloche setups all over the place. And it should be as simple as just putting this all up, and then we should be in good shape. That's the hope anyway. That's what we're hoping will happen. Whether or not it happens, different question. But we're gonna pretend that it's gonna go absolutely smoothly. All right, so we're gonna go ahead, slap onto the bottom of these a bunch of these guys. Should be all fine and dandy. And the reason for this, and I actually may even simplify this down to 2 garden cloches per, and we might make like a couple of targeted ones. So the original idea here was that I was going to make I was thinking about doing 2s and then spacing them out. I was like, because based on the spatial requirement, I'm like, I don't really know about that. So instead what we're going to do is I'm going to do it as, well, maybe I should leave it at 2. You know what? This will not work. I don't think it'll work. Because I need to move the... well, I guess it'll be okay. Would it be okay? Actually, I don't know. Because if we put a garden cloche here and a garden cloche here, their outputs will be like, they'll be right on top of each other. I suppose what we could do is we'll move the garden cloches up 1 and they'll all be front facing. Yeah, we'll do that. That should work. Okay, yeah. So we'll just move them forward and we'll do 3s. I think that'll be fine. All right. Yes, I am aware that the conduit probe does work for the Ender IO conduits. It does not change the fact that I have to set up all of the conduits individually unless you like know a way to mass do them. But anyway, what I was saying earlier was that maybe we can use these areas for like targeted growth. I think that will be the plan, and I can use like watches of flowing time to help speed things up. But as of right now, I think that we're just gonna worry about this. This will be our primary objective. All right, so let's go ahead and set these dummy ones up, right? And then of course we'll have the bone meal feeding in from the bottom. And even the bone meal itself actually isn't really all that necessary, but we're just gonna do it for the sake of doing it, I guess. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm really amazed that we haven't stacked any yet, but we're gonna put these transfer pipes down all the way to the end here. That wasn't too bad. I'm aware that I'm gonna miss some here, but it's easier for me to do this, fill in most of them, and then go back and get the ones that I missed. It'll go faster. Just, you gotta trust me on this one. It's just the way that I work. I know it's not the best way to do it, but it is the way that I, unfortunately, will need to be doing this. I also did not make this tall enough, I guess. I guess technically I'm supposed to move them up forward 1. Should I move them forward 1 like I'm supposed to? I don't really know what the point of having the entire back area would be. No, I think I'm gonna leave them back there. I'm gonna just leave them as it is. I'm gonna just break out the top area over it, I guess. That is fine. All right, so I need to weasel my way over here. And this is good to know for the future things. I'm very seriously contemplating if I would like to use a builder. Yeah, sure. Why not? We'll use a builder. It's only almost ever ruined everything I've ever made 1,000 times over, but sure, we'll use a builder. Because the alternative is I have to do them all by hand, and that's simply unacceptable. That's preposterous. Do it by hand, you say? Never. I will never do it by hand. All right, let's see here. Void card, a lever. Do I have a flux point? Well, I'm gonna need a whole bunch of flux points anyway, so I should get a bunch of them. All right. Yeah, sure. This will be fine. Yeah, this will be great. This will be totally fine, guys. I think this will be fine. I mean, what's the worst that can happen, you know? All right, so what I would like to do is I would like for this builder, well, number 1, what direction am I even looking at? All right, so it needs to go in the Z direction, And we are looking for a 2x wide kind of thing. So let me go ahead and put this card. It is going to be 2 wide. So it's going to be, I believe, 100. I'm not 100% sure about that. 100% sure about that. I'm not 100% sure about that, but we'll see. The Y I think will be fine. So first question is, okay, so it obviously missed the mark quite a bit in terms of the, it decided to go on the right side. So we need to make sure, well, this still needs to be 2, but I need to offset this by -1. Also, you need to be 1 high. I do not want like a giant beam of these things. Okay, so negative X direction was clearly the wrong direction. I need this to go in the positive X direction by 1. Is that the right length? It's hard to tell because I can't see it. Yeah, I would need to have broken it down, but it doesn't appear to be the right length. Let me do this. So clear that. Okay. And what is your length, my friend? It is 100. Okay. Curious. All right. So I'm going to move this to the positive 1 direction. And I'm going to move you forward 1. And then we're going to preview that. Okay. That looks fairly promising, minus the fact that that's running right into there. But I mean, that's, I guess, what I'm expecting. So what I'm hoping is going to happen here is it's not going to end the world, and it's just going to break all that stone that's sitting right above and like the 2 rows behind the cloches. So what I'm hoping is that it's going to dig above the cloche and then right behind it. So we're gonna let this run, and we're gonna hope it doesn't break anything. We're gonna really hope that I did this correctly, which, you know, any given day. All right, net Kweh on, brilliant, and lever. Cross your fingers. That looks promising. Yeah, I think I did pretty good. Did it go to the right spot? Oh, it broke that though. Is that normal? I don't think I did it right. I think I might have been 1 too far. Well, actually, no. You know what? It would have broken that one too. But it's right adjacent to it, so I guess it just didn't have the ability to break it. That's okay, though. That's all right. Not entirely sure where the glowing glass is going, but yeah, that's fine. All right, so we're going to break those down on out of there. Okay, so let me see. So I want the glass that's above these things to be gonzo. So yeah, just knock this one off, and yeah, we're in pretty good shape. All right, cool. So that worked about right. That worked the way that we would have wanted it to anyway. So that worked out pretty well. All right, let's go ahead and put some power onto these bad boys here. Now the question becomes, how do I want to attach power onto them? Now, if I'm feeling really crazy, I could just put, you know, 1 flux point and then just like wire it. But I don't know. Is there a better energy transfer method? Because I feel like there would be. Oh, gargantuan flux storage, please. That's sounding pretty good. I do. Oh, flux ducts. Oh, flux ducts. I forgot about you. How could I have forgotten about our friends, the resonant flux ducts? Oh, man. Oh, you try to repress these memories and they just come back. Oh, dear. All right, so we... I mean, they look good. That's the problem, is that they look good. That's how they get you. You know, you're like, you know, I don't really know if I care for, but then they look really nice. And then that's how they get you, man. That's how they always get you. You're always like, you know what? I don't really need this. And the game's like, you don't need it. But doesn't it look really good? And I'm like, darn it. They're right. They're absolutely correct. It looks amazing. Ugh, the struggles, man. I tell you, I struggle with these things every day. All right, Signalum is going to require a redstone energy. So I'm guessing this is all just going to be tiered. I have zero idea. What is this? An Invar nugget? Nah, fam. We're going to do this. Alrighty. Put those into there. Let's go ahead and pull some hardened flux ducts out. And then ooh. Okay, so I want the empty redstone one. Okay, so I would need to normally fill this in with fluid in order for this to work. Do I really? Because as long as it looks red, I think it's gonna look fine. Because, you know, the top of it looks like it's going through a red light, so I think that's fine. Do I really care to make anything above that level? I think I can live with hardened flux ducts. It's 4,000 RF a tick. I think that is more than sufficient for what we're going to be doing. I could be mistaken. Let me just check what the power demands are for these things. 16,000. Am I going to be going through that much? I don't think so. But let's see here. Can I actually feed the entire family of things here this way? I don't even know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's 16 of these total. Let's go with... You know what? I'm curious. Let's try it. I don't know how this will go. It could go well. It could go very poorly. It's probably going to go very poorly. Let's see. Let's see what happens. All right, so there's this one. Obviously, this guy is going to be like swimming in power. Oh, it's not growing anything, I think, is the reason why it's not swimming in power. So I need to put in a dummy into here if I could. So let me go quickly pop up here, grab me some dirt. Dirt, donkey, and then we're going to go down, because all they need to grow is dirt, well, whatever they're supposed to grow on, right? Water and energy. Oh, it did fill up energy. What? Okay. I stand corrected. All right, so, ooh, they're big, bulky boys, too. Okay, yep, that works for me. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Again, I know we're missing quite a few, but this is therapeutic for me. What I just did right here is not that it's the smart decision, but it's just, it's fun for me. I know that's not like the right way to do this, but still, it's one of those exceptionally, and I did this wrong, but it's one of those exceptionally rare times whenever I can just like hold down right click, and if I'm in the right place like I am now, I can just hold down right click and I don't have to worry about things like stacking, right, where I just build two on top of each other by accident, so this should be fine. All right, so real test here now is this is going to be the real question, is if this will be working properly. So I'm going to temporarily set inside of here a spinach seed, and boom, immediately as soon as the need occurred, it filled up that energy right quick. Let me see if the same will be true here. Yes, it is. Awesome. Okay, so I think that'll settle for our energy requirement. I think that'll be fine. Now I just need to add in a layer for, of course, our lovely friends, the bone meal. And bone meal, we're going to have to do in kind of a similar fashion, / in kind of a wacky way. So bone meal is going to sit out here in an ender chest, and it's going to reach all the way down the line. It's kind of silly seeming, but it's going to be the way that we're going to have to do this. I think for this one, like, I want to say that we're going to use... do I really trust that transfer pipes will get the job done? I don't think so. I don't think that that will work well. Yeah, I don't trust it enough. I think we have to use the Ender IO conduits again. I think so. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to use the Ender IO conduits. All right. Regardless, let's go ahead and start placing the rest of these. Tell you what, I think it's gonna be time for a time lapse because I think it's gonna be a lot of stuff here. Because at this point, all it is an Ender chest here. Fill that with bone meal, and then have some kind of item transfer go all the way down the line, filling them with fertilizer, and I think that'll be fine. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and then also instill this kind of setup for the other 4 cardinal directions, because this is an eighth of what we need to do, and we're not even done with that eighth yet, but we're gonna go ahead and finish this off, do the other sides, and then once we're all done, we're gonna start planting, but we'll do the planting together so we can see what kind of crops we got going, and we can see what works, because I honestly don't know. I have no idea what things will work and what will not, so we'll have to see. Anywho, let's go do it. Okay. So I spilt some molten Enderium. I am now going to attempt... Okay. That was not so great. To say the least. That was not preferred. I thought, can you not put a casting basin and just put a bucket on it? I thought you could. I thought you could just, like... Here, I'm gonna float and do it this time. No, you can't, huh? That's weird. I thought you could. That's so strange. I mean, I can just transfer the fluid, I guess, but... Why is that a thing? Okay. I am sufficiently confused about that. That seems kind of weird and wacky to me. But either way, all right, we're gonna go ahead and crack on with everything. Just, that was weird, and yeah, I know it was kind of concerning. So anyways, onwards. Okay, we are back, and for real this time, because I actually kind of abruptly started. I was like, yeah, we can do this, and it was not so true. But, fun stuff. So, I up there have a watch flowing time on top of 9 bone meal chickens. That's not really the important part, but the important part is this. We have the bone meal thing set. The bone meal source we'll have to do some stuff with, but in terms of this, we use item ducts from thermodynamics, and this was something I haven't played around with in a long time. But these things, I forgot how fun these were, because you can see the items moving around, and it's just so fun to watch. So I wanted to share it with you guys. And so we're going to put these on here. Change the setting to redstone controls. Ignore. Whoops. No, you're taking away valuable time where I could be watching these things go. No, what have I done? We can fix it. We can fix it. We can fix this. We can fix this. We can fix this. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. There we go. Okay, cool. But yeah, you can see them traveling, and it's just so incredibly satisfying to watch them go into each different one. Oh, it's just so satisfying. Look at him go. I don't know why, but it's like watching little minions do my bidding. And I love it. Just look at them go. And they're just gonna fill in one by one. And the thing is that the fertilizer isn't consumed so quickly that this is gonna be something where it becomes a problem. So this is actually something that I'm quite stoked about. All right, so in a similar way, I'm gonna go ahead, throw these two on here. I'm gonna switch these to ignored on the redstone control, and then we can watch as all of the bone meal travels. Oh, that's so nice. That's so incredibly nice. Oh, well done. Well done, my little item ducts. And also, as part of that whole thing, we did have to whip out something actually from our fluid cows, which is the first time outside of the Molten Infinity. But outside of those, we never really worked with the fluids to make anything. But we actually did this time around with Enderium to make the resonant servos, which of course we now know how to make from here. So kind of neat, kind of a cool little side thing here. But now that we've finished this part, let's actually get down to the seeds. Let's start figuring out like what we're gonna plant and all that stuff. Before I get too carried away, as I sometimes tend to do, we're gonna go ahead and make a new market. So previously we're using this market, right? Which is fine, it's nothing really wrong with it. But the problem was that back then, it was sort of a doozy to get the red wool, right? Wool by itself, whatever, it doesn't really matter. But when it came to making this one, I think we ended up not having the things we needed to make the red wool. But now we do. So I'm gonna go ahead and make red wool right here, and then we're gonna make this market. I have been told that this is a better, like a superior version. Oh my god! Not okay. Not even remotely okay. What? Oh my god. Okay. Oh, I am so incredibly not alright with what just happened here. No, that's just, oh my word. Oh, my heart. Oh, God. Oh, man. That scared me so much. Okay, anywho. Yeah, we're gonna... Golly gee. What kind of sound was that? Why did you crawl up from the earth? Oh, so many questions. Oh, man. Alright, well, let's give some emeralds in here, and let's make some stuff. Jeez Louise. Oh, man. Well, my heart's pounding now. That was, I think, fairly safe to say, not okay with me. That was, not my first choice of what I would have had happen. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and pick up a bunch of these seeds. We're gonna see what we can make out of them. In terms of what we'll take to the cloches, I don't know. I have no idea what we'll take and what will not. I mean, I'm hoping that all of the seeds will take, because that would be awesome. But I also understand that there's probably a decent chance that we're going to end up with some that are just going to be duds, which is, again, unfortunate, but it is what it is. So let's go through. We got all kinds of interesting stuff here. So we got oats. Oh, corn seed. I'm not going to raise my hopes too high, but let's try it. I get the feeling that it's going to be like LOL nope, but, you know, guy can dream. All right, and then this time what we're going to do is we're going to start from the 12 o'clock position, right? So it'll be north, east, west, or south and west, right? So north, east, southwest. So it's going to start from here. I know 12 o'clock will be like dead smack in the center, but we're just going to start over here. And we're going to fill these in order of the way that we found them, with the exclusion of wheat seeds, because those are going to be a little bit different. Okay, so I have successfully managed to do that not correctly. Cool. All right, and obviously I do need to make a collection method, but that seems to be growing just fine. So let's get these guys going. Okay, so melons are ready. Pumpkin also looks like it's gonna take just fine. All right, beetroot. Yep, beetroot looks like it's gonna be doing just, that's, how are you gonna grow on a wand? How did you think that was gonna go? Blackberry? Oh, that looks like it's working too. Ooh, I'm getting pretty hopeful here. I love blueberries, man. Blueberries are delicious. Too bad, like, they kind of... Washing blueberries is not fun, but the blueberries are themselves quite delicious, though they're really small, and they're kind of expensive for what you get, but... Raspberries... Oh, this is gonna look really pretty, actually. It's gonna be like a bunch of like these little shrubs and stuff. It's our own little extra garden on top of our gardens. Little cactus fruit. Nice. All right, cool. All right, and then, oh lordy, I don't even remember. So, yeah, no, this is gonna be a completely different order. I want to say that this is in order, and then corn was last. Whoops, it shouldn't really make that much of a difference. By shouldn't make that much of a difference, I mean it will make absolutely zero difference, and I am not going to be, I would be very surprised if I looked at the market to ever refer to where things were, but should be fine. The oats are working. I'm starting to think we might get lucky with corn, actually, because these seeds are working terrifically. They're working great. Garden cloches in them are working awesome together. Growing asparagus. Neat. All right, moment of truth. Corn. Oh, no way. For real? Can I grow corn in here? That looks like corn to me. Wow. Okay. That's actually really cool. Okay, so we can grow corn here. Huh. Wow. That's awesome. Okay, so it looks like all the seeds are actually fair game in the cloches. That is great. I very much approve of that. All right, I'm gonna rip you down because you are almost certainly gonna be messing with my latency and whatnots. All right, we're gonna take these things, shove them into here. Imaginary time block, flex point, sure. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and continue going with our whole seed conquest. Yeah, no, maybe it was in order. It might have been a little bit off of order. I think it was a little bit out of order. It's all right. All right, so we left off with corn. Let's just go ahead and do bamboo. Bamboo, actually. What in the world? Are we pandas? I mean, I know that people can eat, like, cooked bamboo and stuff, but why bamboo? Surely there were other things that we could eat that should go before bamboo, no? Beet seeds. Onions. I love my onions. Onions are delicious. Parsnips. Have I ever had a parsnip? Maybe. Wow, there's so many freaking seeds. Good lord. All right, peanut, radish, rutabaga, sweet potato. All right, let's move these guys down there. Wow, there's gonna be some ludicrous number of these things, eh? Look at my beautiful garden of beautiful crops. If gardening was this easy, I would be all over this, man. Oh my lord. Could you imagine how nice life would be if you could just farm and garden this way? All it required was you had to put some kind of dirt inside of this little container, and then you just have it just running. So just every morning you can wake up, you'll have like a whole bunch of fresh fruit and vegetables just kind of sitting there. It's like, oh, that's great. All I do is attach a vacuum to the end of it and just kind of sucked out fruits and veggies for me. That'd be so good. Yeah, it just accepts whatever it wants. That's crazy. Wait, did I skip one? Sure did. Alright. Wow. This is going to be an experience. I don't want to replace that market down because that was a horrifying sound. One that I never want to hear ever again. Wow, parsnips grew in a hurry. Jeez. All right. Peanuts. I think it was radish next. And then rutabaga. And sweet potatoes. I like sweet potatoes. Nothing like a sweet potato, oven baked on a cold winter day. Also, coincidentally, nothing quite like it like on a warm day, and you still have it anyways because it's freaking delicious. But it's fine. All right. Let's see here. So sweet potato was the last one. Yeah. So we are going to acquire. Didn't we? Oh, turnip does not equal radish. Forgot. Rhubarb. I think I've had rhubarb before. I know rhubarb for rhubarb pie. I don't remember if I even like rhubarb. I think I did. I think it was okay. I don't know, man. There's so many freaking things these days. I don't know. I'm a simple man. Get me a steak, I'll be fine. Get me beef, that'll be my vegetable. If you really insist on me having fruit and vegetable, then go ahead and get me like a fish or something. It's close enough. Cauliflower leeks. Oh no. No, leek spin. How did you manage to punk me in this day and age? No! Oh no. All I have playing in my head is leek spin now. No. Why? Why did you put leeks into this game? Oh, Pam's Harvest Craft. I can't believe you've done this to me. I can't believe you've done this. Why would you do such a thing? Freaking monster. And for those of you who don't know what leek spin is, it's the thing with the character from Bleach, an anime, the orange-haired girl. And there's an animation of her spinning a leek around on her arm to a song. I don't know what language the song was in, but the tune kind of goes a little bit like, and it just goes on. There's more to the song itself, but oh no. Oh man. Man, now I'm hungry. Now I'm thinking about steaks. Darn it, game. Why would you do this to me? How? Well, you know, at least try to brainwash me into liking fruits and vegetables. And the result was I wanted steak, so I guess it's not all bad. I've reaffirmed that I am very much a meat eater than a vegetable person. I just don't know how I could give up meat. Meat's so delicious. And also nutritious. Can be also, you know, not good for you, but like, yeah. I will say this looks pretty outstandingly cool. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty darn impressed with it. Alright, let's go ahead, go up. Hey there, merchant man, how are you? I have zero idea what the last thing I put in there was. I think it was lettuce. Maybe. Yeah, I think it was. So scallions. My lord. Yeah, what? Wait, did I do this row? Did I do tea? Wait a minute. Yeah, we did lettuce and leeks and stuff. Yeah, okay, I must have. I don't remember doing them, but sure, must have done it. Okay, so Brussels sprouts, cabbage, spinach. Imagine if you could get locked out of trades in this. Oh man, I would be the saltiest McSalterton in the history of existence. Bell pepper seeds. I wonder if these mushroom spores will grow. I mean, it's been pretty good to us so far. I don't know why it would stop, but ew, eggplant. Ugh. Why are they now giving torture devices in here? Man, and we just are like past the halfway mark. Are you kidding? That's crazy how many seeds are in. I don't know. It's quite a few. We'll have to see. We shall have to see. Alright, so putting all these in. And I know some of you at this point might be like, why didn't you time-lapse this part? It's so you guys can see what's in here. I know that there's not a whole lot of probably like score keeping in terms of like, oh, well, this is what he has. But I just want to make sure, because sometimes I'll go do something crazy and be like, I thought I had this, and I will. And this is an opportunity for everyone to make sure that we're all on the same page here together. Also, if I'm doing this and I have to suffer through putting a whole bunch of different seeds into garden cloches, then you all could certainly at least share in the misery a little bit. Because this is not. Oh, they are growing. That's really weird that they're growing. Are they growing? Yep, they're growing. Okay, good enough for me. All right. But yeah, this is gonna be a bit. Wait, no. Oof. See, just like that, things could have gone south so quickly. Beans don't grow that tall, do they? Actually, there is a story about that one kid, Jack, had a very good farm. Very, very exceptionally large beanstalks. I think what's that, oh, I screwed up something. I skipped one here. Rip me. Of course, the soybeans. Darn soybeans. Ruining my life. Okay. I think that does restore balance, though. Alright. Bell pepper. Bell pepper. Bell pepper. Yes. Stupid soybeans! Alright. Chili peppers. these. Yes. If you have any idea of what I am referring to, God bless. If you don't know what it is, extra hint, would you like to use the Devour skill? Yes. Freaking dead guns. Stupid sassy slimes. Ooh. This is really kind of cool though. I don't think this is kind of a normal response to this, but it's making me appreciate crops. Alright, we're gonna just vomit out soybeans. You can't even eat them, man! And I'm Korean. We like literally live off that stuff. But jeez. Blurp. Soybean, bell pepper, chili pepper. Didn't we end on chili pepper though? Wait, what? Wait, what? What? Wait, am I crazy? Wait, hold on. What did we just plant? What? Okay. What did I plant here? Okra. Oh, I planted okra. What is happening to my brain? Hello? Brain, what is going on? Why are we not on the same page here? I mean, more than usual. Man, that was so bizarre. Okay, whatever. All right, so peas, tomatoes, cotton. Peas, tomatoes, cotton. Yes? Is there actually? I wonder if there is anything edible from cotton. I guess you eat the silk. Well, wait, that's silkworms. What am I talking about? Can you eat anything off cotton? Is there anything edible from cotton? Curry leaf, sesame seeds, water chestnuts. Jeez, man, they're really reaching deep here. Oh, okay, and then now we're at tree. Ah, okay. Let's do it, actually. Let's get the last of the seeds. So if mustard is the last one, according. Okay, cool. So then we would move into trees. Now, I'm going to say that I don't think that these will work. I will pull one and we will experiment with the cloche that we have up here. But I don't believe that this will work. It would help if I had a cloche there. Well, whatever. We'll start seeing these next ones, and then when we reach the end of this bunch, then I'll go ahead and mess about with some of the other ones. But interesting. I see the little things of bone meal just scooting by. Hey, boss. I just imagine them like little workers. You know what you know what it is that I have in my head? It's the little construction worker dudes from Mega Man that you totally do not destroy. Right? They're friendly, right? But yeah, that's what I'm just imagining, like these little like worker dudes that are like, hey, what's up, man? We're just trying to, live life, do good, get some bone meal from place to place. Maybe even like sells at work kind of stuff, maybe. The weeb in me today is strong. What's going on, buddy? Oh, wow, you're just really short. Okay. You are, like, exceptionally short. Are cranberries really that short? Also, does seaweed just grow? Shouldn't it be in water? Like, you know, like actually like submerged in water or something? I'm confused. Maybe this is why I'm not a good gardener. Maybe this is what's going on. Maybe this is why it's just like, whenever I try to do any gardening and just like the hand of death is just upon them. Just okay, so saplings do not unfortunately go into here. All right, so saplings though, if I'm not mistaken, can go on bonsai plots. Now, will all of them go on bonsai plots? Probably not, but that should work for a fair bit of them. But we're not going to do the bonsais today. That's future choco problem 120%. So we're going to go ahead. Okay, I'm pretty sure that was the sound of a car with indigestion. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and proceed onward now with just reseeding a couple of things. Actually, no, we're gonna go ahead and let Pam's Harvest Craft, I guess, be the end of what we're doing at the moment. So let me get some item barrels out here. Let's get some infinite capacity upgrades out here. And do I want? Yeah, sure. Item ducts are fun. All right, so we'll use item ducts. And then we'll get some resonance servos hanging out. And then let's. Oh wait, I forgot. We have mustard seeds. I forgot. You gotta go. We got mustard seeds. Mustard seeds. I'm sorry, I forgot you. And man, we were one off too. Maybe I can put wheat in here. Oh, dadgummit! I threw all the dirt away. Dadgummit. Let's go back up. Alright. And then I want some dirt. 2, 3. Beautiful. Okay, back down we go. And dirt, mustard, dirt, mustard, dirt. Mustard. Yeah, I kind of feel like we almost should put wheat in here. It would perfectly round out the eastern side. Did we ever plant carrot seeds? I know we did pumpkin, melon, beetroot. I don't know. Maybe we didn't actually. Maybe they don't grow in here. I don't know. We'll have to see. All right, anywho. Let's get these item ducts going, shall we? Now here is the big question. I take these, slap them together. Oh no. Okay. At thermal. Is there a wrench in thermal dynamics? Yes. Oh, it's Crescent Hammer. I know you. Oh, you. Oh, Crescent Hammer. You incredibly specific thingamablubber. I know you. I know you. I met you once upon a pain in the butt. I mean, what? Down we go. And over to the end. A right click. Beautiful. All right, cool. So let's go do it this way. Uh-oh. Too far. Okay. And then now we have all these set up. Oh, I'm gonna have to individually set the servos, aren't yeah. Not a huge fan of that. Probably should use transfer nodes. It's okay. It'll be worth it to see the output just all, I don't know, scrambling to get to wherever they're trying to get to go. Shouldn't be that bad. It's gonna be bad, actually. It's gonna be pretty darn bad. I don't know how many things we just planted, but for each of these cloches, that's one surface that we have to put down. Ugh. I don't want to do it. I don't want to wait for this to be over. Wait a minute. What am I doing? This isn't the output section. The upper area is the output section. What am I doing? What am I doing right now? What? This isn't gonna work. Is it? Does it work this way? I don't think so. The output's that, isn't it? Hold on. I'm gonna disable this to see if that works. I don't think it will. Yeah, no, it didn't work. Okay, good. So we're like, I don't think this should work. Get out of here. Oh no! Oh god! It ripped. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. It it ripped all the item ducts from the bottom as well. Oh, pain of 1,000 goatfish. Okay, that's all right. Use the rent. I don't really consider that to be like a quick thing though, because we still have to individually do each one. You know what? I'm gonna change my mind again. I think we're gonna use the transfer. It's just gonna be so much faster, and it's just. And while looking at the outputs come out, that'd be fun. I don't really know if it's worth the extra effort. I guess I would be able to see them going, oh no, but that would be, yeah, no, because the barrel's gonna be right in front of it. So, all right, I'm gonna do it the not as pretty way, but it should be fine. Let's go ahead, throw the item ducts away, you know, and then get the servos out of here as well. And I would like to get transfer nodes and some pipes. And we shall call it with that. All right, so down we go. Actually, I should just be able to do this. TBH, yeah. And then, well, I guess it's kind of pointless for those ones right there. But so all I'm gonna do is just do this. Slap on a transfer pipe. And then we're going to make one thing of separation. I don't think there's anything that creates more than 2 products. So then I need to take, so let's see here. I have mustard seeds, but I also have the okay, so I have mustard seeds, but then I have mustard seeds. Yes. I'm going to pretend that makes complete and total sense to me. And we're not going to ask questions about it. Alright, so I'm going to put the mustard seeds in there. And then what this should do is that I just put the transfer nodes like this. Even without filters, they should be able to figure out where everything needs to be going. I hope. I really, really, really hope that they'll figure out where they're supposed to go. Right? Like, you'll eventually figure it out. I'm gonna pull this out. Okay, good. I was getting a little bit concerned. I was like, I mean, I thought it would. I suppose it might not, but I don't see why it wouldn't. let's go through, place all these transfer nodes. Quite a few nodes. I will have to split them up still, but this way I don't have to worry about individually maintaining, you know, X, Y, or Z. I just have to do north and east, so it shouldn't be too bad. And of course, it's going to be very important for me to eventually use a wrench on these guys, because if I don't, then they're going to just scan forever and all eternity on these things, trying to figure out what inventory that they need to get to. It shouldn't honestly be that big of a problem, but can get kind of annoying. Alright, so... Oh, actually, what am I doing? Hello? Double hello? What? Okay. Can I use a crescent wrench on this? Yeah, okay, I like that. Alright. So we'll just split them up by 3s. Make them all look fanciful here. And we will continue on our way. Alright, tell you what, for this part we will time-lapse this, because this is going to be a lot more just busy work. But you guys now have seen the whole gambit of the seeds we planted. I'll be back whenever we finish putting all the transfer pipes down. I return with good news. So outside of these two, because they're vanilla and they don't have their byproducts unfortunately produced more of, outside of these guys, we just have to put the infinity well, everything has to get infinite capacities rather. Good lord, it is, I'm getting tired. All right, so anywho, these guys are all set up now. All of them have their products going into barrels. I do have to put infinite upgrades all the way through here, but let's kind of just go through, and while we're doing that, you can see here that all of them are funneling into these seeds and their actual main product. This is really cool for me just because of the fact I 100% missed some there. That's okay. All right, but yeah, we're gonna just go ahead and throw these upgrades on, and this should allow us to basically have an infinite amount of whatever we need from Pam's Harvest Craft. It's not going to typically be something that pops up. It's definitely going to be one of those things where it's like every now and then I'm going to need to poke around with it, but should be enough to get us to what we need for anything from Pam's Harvest Craft. The first thing that I would immediately think of is of course going to end up being, hey, I'm going to be able to use this towards the Infinity Catalyst rather. Now, if you're wondering why I need the Infinity Catalyst whenever I already have Infinity Ingots, it is a requirement for, I believe, the pants, the sword, and something else. I can't remember what, but it is required as a prerequisite part. Oh, it's the two that I'm missing from here. All right, so yeah, but it should be pretty good now. For the things that are from seeds, we still have the trees to go, and we do have another plan for that. Of course, if you're wondering like what I mean by that, whenever we look at saplings, you can see that we have a whole bunch of these custom saplings. I forget how many there are, like 17 in each room. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, so 17 times 3 roughly. So what, we were talking about 51. So we got a good number of saplings I'm going to need to take care of here. And it's not gonna be the world's hardest thing, I don't think, but it's gonna definitely take some doing. I think the bonsai will be the way that we're going to go for this, just because it seems to be a pretty smart way to go about doing it. And we'll get a whole bunch of product here. We're also gonna get more than enough wood, more wood than we'll probably know what to do with, but we'll also get the saplings in turn. But the tree byproducts, I don't really know. They'll probably end up just being stored for all eternity, to be honest with you. But we'll get those going. That will be a future episode, maybe even next episode. We'll have to see. But after we've done that, I don't think we have anything else from the harvest, like the market. I don't think, maybe. So let me just go quick check. Yeah, because this is just the bone meal at this point. So we just have these guys to go. Once we complete that, then we've gotten everything that we can planted that we can from the markets, and that should be pretty much everything. You will notice that we are missing some crops, so we're missing the carrots and the patatas and those kinds of things. Don't worry too much, because we'll be able to plant those as well. But with that underway, the next thing that we would shift our focus onto is some more mystical agriculture things. And that's going to present its own challenges because, of course, with mystical agriculture, right? Like if I want to make, the big one is nature. So if I want to make nature clusters, I'm going to require all these things. And then that's in turn going to be used to make the nature seed, which in turn gives you nature essence. And nature essence gives you a lot of like fun things, especially like grass blocks, vines, cactuses, sugarcane, whatever. But we should be able to get a lot of good things from it. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm feeling like this could be pretty darn good. But mystical agriculture will certainly be another thing that we'll have to be looking forward to in terms of we're going to have to sort out how we're going to get that to work with everything and blah, blah, blah. So should be an interesting development. What are you? Chorus fruit. Ah, yes. Things I don't really know a whole lot about. I forgot. But yeah, anywho. So that's in the future. So we have to worry about the other Pam's Harvest Craft trees. Once we get that all squared away, mystical agriculture. And then with both those things done, that should clear a path, even though we could probably make a more direct path towards it, but Infinity Catalyst should be pretty straightforward in that we'll be able to get, we need the water and fire essences, of course. We have piles of neutrons already done. Wheat's no problem. All these fruit, I'll do dragon, no, okay, so dragon fruit comes from a tree. So dragon fruit will be coming from that part. Beetroots we'll have, garlic we have, soybean, eggplant, broccoli. We don't have the cooked food, so carrot soup and stuff will not be there, but pumpkin. Do we have chorus fruit? I don't actually. No, it's a bonsai tree thing. Okay, yeah, so we'll have to go ahead and make a whole lot of these bad boys up as well. Because of the nature of them, I think we're going to treat them as if they're like the kind of harvest craft things down here. So in terms of the number of bonsai pots, I'll probably be going for 3 of them per. Bonsai pots are a little bit less intense. They're a little bit less demanding. So we'll get those up and running. But yeah, so between the trees, between the remaining crops, mystical agriculture, well, I just don't have the regular crops. We have mystical agriculture still to go. That should be our main focuses, and then we go into the infinity things. I will at some point also need to, of course, set these guys up with their own connection points into the AE2 network, because as hilarious as it would be to just not do that, I do actually need to do those things. So we're going to have to put storage buses all over the place here, which is what's going to probably happen on the bottom. But we'll have to get that up and running as well. Should be interesting. But yeah, we've got a lot of projects to do still. We have not actually. I haven't seen the quest book in a while. So we still have the chaos chicken to kill. Infinity should make that hopefully a laughably easy fight. And we still haven't made the mob farm either, I guess. Yeah, So we have a number of things that we need to still do, and I haven't even touched Thaumcraft or any of that stuff as well. So yeah, we got quite a few things still left on the docket to do, but we'll get there. It's just going to be a little bit of a process going, but this is going to be a really cool episode. So I'd imagine that we're going to probably spend another couple episodes working on like gardening-ish stuff, and then we're going to probably do this. Then once we finish this off, I'm going to assume that we're going to end up trying to fight the Chaos Chicken. That would be my guess. I'm not 100% sure, but that would be my assumption. So anyways, thank you all very much for watching this episode. If you did enjoy, consider leaving a like, rating down below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And of course, the little notification bell if you are enjoying things. Yeah, I think that's about it. So always, and as most importantly, take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful, safe day. And until next time, ciao for now.